Alright guys, hey, how we doing? That's Dennis here with Grass Monkey Lawn Care, guys. Coming at you with another live video. It was scheduled for 9 o'clock. I'm sorry I'm just a few minutes late on this. But here we go. So basically this video, guys, I'm going to be waiting for some people to come in on the chat. And then what we'll do is we will get going. But basically we're going to be talking about commercial versus residential accounts. We're going to be talking about Facebook and YouTube changes, how they affect us, what's it mean for us, where's it going to take us, and basically from there we're just going to always talk about the equipment. Talk a little bit about our equipment, what we're planning for this season, what we're looking at, what equipment we're running, because you guys always ask a lot of questions about that, just to kind of give you guys a rundown as far as what we're going to be talking about live this time. The last video went very well, so I thought I'd do it again. We've got a few people coming in here now. We're probably waiting for a few more to kind of pop in, get some chat going on the side there. But first thing I want to talk about, though, is the Facebook and YouTube changes, guys. I know a lot of you guys are, seen some videos where people are kind of freaking out over the Facebook stuff, and especially now with the YouTube email going out, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, covering, the changes that are going to be happening with YouTube if you're under 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of view time. Now, I don't see the reason why everybody's kind of stressed out about this. They just read the first page of the email. Now, if you look more into that email and you went and look behind that first part of it, it's not the end of the world for us on YouTube. I'm not at 1,000 subscribers right now. We're currently, I think, at 913. But if you look past the first page of the email, it does say it does not stop you from creating anything on there. You can still be a YouTube creator. And also, too, once you do hit 1K in subs and you have the 4,000 watch hours, you can reapply to become part of the YouTube Partnership Program. So I don't really see why there's such a big concern right now at this point about the YouTube changes. I know there's going to be some reshuffling around with the analytics and stuff like that from what I've understood, from what I've seen. But either way, not a big deal. I'm still going to create videos. I'm still going to do what I've been doing. So I'm not stressed out about it, but I've seen other channels freaking out about it, thinking that they're going to lose money or this or that. But guys, let's be honest. I mean, I'm not in this for the money part of it. I just enjoy making the videos for you guys. So to me, it's no big deal. Let's see, we got a few people in here. How we doing, Mr. Murph? AC Fueler, how you doing? And then we got DTN Professional Window Cleaning. Glad you caught the live video, sir. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is the Facebook changes. Now that has a little bit more big effect towards us as business owners. If you're using Facebook to help catapult your business for advertising and using your Facebook platform for marketing and stuff like that, they're basically putting a small business guy in jeopardy on Facebook, which is a sad thing to see. Now, there are some options where you can click this button and have them follow you a different way, but I want to be honest with you guys. So let's say, like in my instance, I have 200 people that like my page. How am I going to get all 200 of those people to hit that button and do that? I mean, I'm honestly going to say there might be 50 people out of the 200 that actually do it. I could be wrong, but I do think it's kind of crappy that Facebook did that. They're basically giving everything up to the big corporations to buy everything out, and it's left us kind of just standing there, which is kind of sad to see. But what do you do? I mean, I'm going to have to find another way to advertise my business other than Facebook, it looks like, which was a great tool for me last year, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we got going on here. Mr. Murph says, I agree with you, man. I use my Facebook for updates and discounts. My customers know how to check the page if they expect rain delays or anything. That's a great thing, and the people that are already a part of it, like, I still believe what's going to happen is your post that you have on your Facebook page will still reflect onto those subscribers' pages. Now, I think the biggest part that's going to hurt you, though, is when you go to advertise. That's going to push you way off of what you're used to seeing. I think they said 5 times what you would usually see is going to be knocked down off of that. I could be wrong, but that's what I've understood from it. What's going on, Mr. Matthews? Good evening to you also. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I'm glad you find them very informing. That's why I kind of do the channel. Like I was saying earlier about the YouTube thing, I don't do it for the money thing. As of right now, I've made $0 on YouTube. Like I said, it's more or less a hobby for me. If I do make some extra money on the side, it is what it is. I checked my status as far as where I'm at, as far as hour-wise, watch time, and we're over 6,000 hours. So we've already surpassed that threshold. All we got to do now is get another 97 subscribers to get, or not, I'm sorry, 87 subscribers to get us up over the 1K threshold. But if it doesn't happen before February 20th, which is the deadline, I'm not going to fret, guys. Either way, I'm still making videos for you on my lowest subscribers I've had. So, you know, that is what it is. Let's see, what else we got going on here? We got Hazarda. The new YouTube changes are crazy. They are, but it's not the end of the world like people are putting it off to be. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, you're simply get on there and watch channels as much as you were before, enjoy the same great content. Just some things are going to change a little bit here and there, but more or less it's going to be changing for like the people getting paid part of it. So it's whatever. Mr. Murph says, that's what I like about you and Johnny Moe, in it for the passion. And honestly, guys, I mean, that's just what I do it for. I enjoy making them for you guys. That's why I do YouTube videos, like I was saying. So, like I said, not a big deal to me as far as these changes go for YouTube, and I'm not really that concerned about it. So you're saying it's not a good idea to market on Facebook this year? Well, I'm not saying it's going to be just because of the changes they've made. They're basically taking the small guy on Facebook. You spend the advertising dollars with him, you're not going to get the same exposure you were before, I believe, with your advertising. So I'm not going to spend as much money on Facebook advertising at all this coming up season. What I'm going to probably end up trying to do is take my Facebook post and share them on my personal page to get a lot of my friends to see the stuff I'm putting out. And like I said, I still believe that that content will still reach the people that are currently liked on your page. So I think that's how it works. Like I said, I'm no professional about that, but that's kind of my take from it. But it is disappointing on the Facebook side of it to see how that's actually working itself out with Facebook. I think they really ruined a really great thing with the small guys like us, and especially in the service industry, providing something out to those who are looking and seeking it as a platform for us to put it out there. But I mean, I would try it out, you know, see what you think about it, see what results you get from it first before you take my advice. I always tell people, you know, try your own thing. It might be in a different market, so you try it out and see what you think of it. Let's see, I really enjoy your content. Can't wait for the spring to see the newly wrapped truck in action with those walkers. Yeah, me and you both, buddy. I can't wait to get out there right now. It is freezing cold. That's why I'm down in my basement doing this, not in my garage. It's currently like 12 degrees outside. It's horrible. I hate cold weather, so I'm waiting and waiting for this to happen, for the temperatures to come up so we can get back out to work again. How's the website coming? I'm actually, in the next day or two, going to get the finances set aside for that, make the phone call, get that paid for, and it'll be started ASAP. So that's how that's coming so far. I've already discussed with the person doing the website. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys who's going to be doing it also. The company that's going to be doing it is Godire Designs. If you guys are familiar with Scooter's Lawn Care, his wife is a website designer. She does really great work. So if you're looking for a website design, be sure to go check her out. They have a Facebook page. That's going to be who's doing mine. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm waiting for two large checks to come in the mail that are being owed to me by a big commercial account. So once those, I think they'll be in the mail. They should be in the mail. I didn't check it today, so we'll see. But once that comes in, I'll make the phone call. She'll send over the invoice. It'll be paid for, and then we're gonna kind of move forward with the design itself. But she already has a great idea of how I want it and what I want it to look like, so it shouldn't take long from that point on. But it's Godire Designs. Guys, once it's done, like I said, I'll do a video about it, and I'll have all the information linked in that video to that page and that site. So be looking for that very soon. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat here. Now, how much does it cost to start a website? Well, if you're looking for a really good website, let me just put it this way. My recommendation to you is to get a really great website done now. Don't do it later because you're going to waste your money. I would recommend spending and it ranges from market to market, guys. You could spend $800 to get a great website design. You could get a great website design done for $1,500 to $2,000. It just really depends on who's doing it and what they're doing for you. That's the biggest variance, I guess, as far as the websites go. I would highly recommend getting one done in WordPress. It'll rank higher for you if you get someone to design it for you. Also, they will have a better idea how to put the keywords in there to make you rank on Google better. So that's my advice to you, Hazarda, as far as who or how I would do it and what I would do with it. So that's who I would do. But I mean, like I said, the Godire Designs, I mean, they did Desus, who's watching this video right now. Yeah, his turned out great. I've seen his. So she did a great job on yours, man. Looks really nice. Let's see, did they do SEO work as well? She can. She can definitely do that for you. Anything you want, she can do. That would be an added extra cost. I believe you'd have to talk to her. I don't want to speak for them or their company, but from what I've understood from my talkings with them is if you want that added in, you can get that added in for an additional cost where you can either do SEO work for you monthly or periodically or however you want to set it up. That's up to you. So I don't know if Dees, how he has his set up, if he's doing SEO with them or not. I will be doing some sort of SEO with them on a smaller scale, just kind of like a more of a management thing with the website. So, like I said, go check them out if you haven't. Godard Designs. Uh, that's who's gonna be working on mine anyway. So, like I said, you'll see a video about that coming up as soon as the website's done. Like I said, I'll link all the information on that video about the website when I show it to you guys on that. So, um, next thing I want to talk about, guys, is commercial accounts versus residential accounts. What's my thoughts on them? I want to get your guys' opinions on them as far as what you prefer, or if you like the commercial over residential, if you like residential versus commercial. What's your pros and what's your cons on those two different types of accounts? Here's my take on it. Okay, I like commercial accounts to an extent, guys, and the reason why I say to an extent is typically on your commercial accounts, it's always a net 30 to net 45. So on that means that you're getting paid 30 days after you invoice them. So if you invoice at the end of the month, you're going to get paid 30 days past that. If it's net 45, then you're extended 45 days out. So the delayment on payment is always going to be there for commercial accounts. Typically, I won't say on all of them, but a lot of them it will be. Um, the other thing about commercial accounts is a lot of times they'll go out there and they'll shop you every season, and they'll try and get a better deal, it seems like, on the following season. Not saying it happens all the time, but it does happen. I just got a phone call 2 days ago about someone seeking um, commercial properties to be done, 11 of them with one client. So that tells me either they're unhappy with the service they got the previous year, or they shop them every year. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm just in the beginning works with them on that account. I actually have to go drive around tomorrow and bid all 11 of them. But you know, I pulled these things up on Google Maps, guys. The great thing about commercial accounts, a pro, is you can get a lot of money on those. Typically, you can charge 20 to 30% more on those accounts. Um, that's just from my experiences. On the ones I saw, just based on the address I pulled up, it's a lot of money on these accounts, guys. It's 11 properties and they're large. So um, that's kind of the pros on it, and the cons up for me as far as commercial go. Another downfall too to commercial is there's always traffic around, unless you can get them like early in the morning before they open, or get them at some point when it's not so busy. But there's like you gotta watch out for cars, people. There's a lot of aspects that come into the commercial side of it. Is more heavier as far as doing residential when it comes to the dangers of other stuff being out there that you can damage. So that's another thing you have to watch out for too on commercial accounts versus the residential. Now, as far as the residential pros and cons, the pros being you get paid pretty quickly on those. The things that are dangerous to you as far as being less risk is there's not as much people around, there's not as much vehicles around. Granted, there's houses and stuff around, but the chances of that being extra stuff added in is a lot less. Um, residential you can do very quickly, and you can do them all together. You can group them all together if you have good route density and get a lot done all at once. With that being said, some of the cons could be, what if your route density isn't so great and you're driving a long ways to each house? That could be a con to having a lot of residential. I prefer, 20% commercial and 80% residential. That's just my preference on it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking on the commercial versus residential stuff. And let me take a look at some of these comments because a lot of them came in here. Kind of get back to some of these guys. Let's see. Rollaway says, if you get paid, I'm assuming we're talking about the commercial stuff. I've never had a problem getting paid on commercial accounts. All my commercial accounts have always paid me. Never had any issues with it. Like I said, it's just a waiting game with the commercial being paid. Commercial accounts paying you. You have to wait that extended amount of time because you have to send it in. They send it off to their accounting office. The accounting office usually cuts checks once or twice a month. That's why you have to wait so long for your money. But maybe, some people might have some trouble getting paid on some of their commercial accounts. I'm not sure. I've never experienced it. Let's see. Murph says, residential is what I enjoy most. I'm very picky with my commercial accounts. I mainly do local name businesses that aren't picky when it comes to billing. Yeah, and that's the key too. I mean, you don't always have to go large commercial. You can go small commercial too. Small commercial is pretty good too because you can get in and out a lot. They're not too large. You can be pretty efficient on them and get them done very fast. And sometimes they're not even a net 30. Sometimes they'll pay you like you would a residential account too on some of these small commercials. So that's a kind of an upside to it. Doing churches also. What I found, at least around here, is 60% of the churches around here use the congregation and volunteers to do their work, and the other 40% will look for a company like us to do their work. I've actually already bid on one large church here in town. I'm waiting to hear back if I got the bid or not on that. But churches can be good depending on if you get the right church and the right area and, just the right circumstances. Let's see, Hazard. I'm interested in getting into contracting with the state to plow snow. There seems to be a lot of people doing it, but I heard a guy making 60K one winter. Of course, winters vary a lot. That's up to you. Snow plowing can be very risky depending on where you live. Where I live, it's not very profitable because we don't get a lot of snow. We might get some ice, but it's been a long time since we've had any big snowfalls here. So for me, it's not worth going and investing a lot of money into snow plowing. I would say here, if we were to get into snow plowing, you could probably get in a winter, if it was, a semi-decent winter, you could probably pull, $5,000 to $10,000 maybe, if you're lucky here, because we just haven't had a good winter. But you might be in an area where it snows a lot, and it could be worth a lot to you to plow snow. But where I'm located at, it's just not worth the time to go get it. Not unless I get contracts, which is this is the only way I'll do snow, is if I have a contract set up where I get paid regardless if it snows or not. Then I will get in to go and buy the equipment. Then I'll take on more accounts for the snow and ice management stuff. But for the cost of it, just to get started, I mean, $8,000 to $10,000 to get going, plus additional insurance. I don't know if I want to do that without being guaranteed something as far as snow goes. Let's see. I do all my commercials on Sundays if I can, less liability. That's an option, is doing work on Sundays. I just don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of working the weekends all the time. I want to check out my work done Monday through Friday and use Saturday if I have to, and there'll be no Sunday work at all this season coming up. There's always that day you have to have for rest. Um, but some people do like to go out there and do that. That's a preference that some people choose, and that's just one of those things I'm trying to cut out of my business, is the Sunday working. I just don't like it at all. You gotta have that one day that you can spend with family, relax, and just do your thing. So that's kind of why I'm looking to cut out the weekend stuff altogether if I can. Let's see. Do you guys bill bi-weekly or monthly for residential? Here's how I do my billing, guys. I'm going to do it again this year because it didn't really hurt me too much at all as far as people being too late on their stuff. Is I bill it on the 20th of the month. So I service for the month and I bill it the 20th. All payments are due by the 1st. I get an extended grace period if it's to the 5th. If it's not paid by the 5th, we don't service them. So that's kind of how I do it on my billing. I do it monthly as far as my bills go. So that's kind of how I do it. Let's see, monthly net 15. Okay, that's not too bad. And then Rollaway says cost of doing business. There's a lot of cost of doing business. There's a lot of things that factor into that. But that's just, for me, it's just with the snow especially. I've got to have guaranteed money to justify spending that kind of money. Am I going to the Walker family reunion this year? No, I'm not. I'm going to be focused on building the business and getting it to the size I want it to be at. Once we get a certain size and I feel like we've doubled the business going into year 4, then we're going to start looking at, going into stuff like the Walker reunions and more of the expos and stuff like that. So, let's see. Hazard says, as far as I understand it, the state makes the calls for you to be out maybe night and day, and they can provide the equipment, salt, gravel. They pay based on the size of the truck, it seems. Some trucks may get $200 per hour being out. That's a pretty good deal. I just don't know where you're located at. I know I've watched your videos, but I can't recall what state you're in. There's good money. I'm not saying there's not. It's just you got to be in an area and a climate where you get a lot of it to justify the wear and tear on the vehicle, and the abuse and just the rust and stuff that's going to happen to the truck if it's your personal truck. And like, if for me, an example, like I wouldn't have the option of the state providing anything for me. I would be all bought by myself, to plow, the spreader, everything that would be needed to do snow, I would have to purchase. And like I said, that's a lot of damn money. That's $8,000 to $10,000 to get stuff bought. That's your just startup cost for snow removal around here. So it's expensive. That's, like I said, the cost of doing business is for snow. I mean, it's an expensive game to get into. You got to be committed to it, and you got to go out there and get that business. But for me, I just don't feel comfortable doing that unless I know I have the contract set up that will tell me that um, you're getting paid, regardless of whether it snows or not. I have one account that pays me like that, and that's it. It's a large commercial one that does it. So um, that's kind of why I'm holding off and see what happens. Um, let's see. I love pushing snow. Wish we could get more here in Wichita, though. We have a new plow, and I'm ready to use it. Yeah, see this custom cut. He's from here in Wichita. He's a local guy, and he knows this is what I'm talking about. Like, so far this year we've had two events, and it's just been ice. We had a trace to 1 inch of snow, and typically around here your trigger points aren't going to be anything. Your starting point would be 2 to 3 inches. Um, we just haven't had enough to put the plow down on any accounts. I sub my snow out to a buddy of mine who has a company here. He does my snow removal for me this year, and we haven't dropped the plow once. We've just done all ice management, and there's good money in ice management also, but we just had two events, and here we are. It's January 17th, so that tells you kind of what's going on with winter here, anyways. There's a lot of money to be had in it, but it's just got to be more consistent for Wichita. So where I'm at, a four-wheeler with a plow is as far as I'll go for snow. Hey, I've seen plenty of people do it. I mean, however you want to set it up to get it done. I mean, there's a lot of ways to make money in snow. With you use a four-wheeler. There's guys that use walkers with the blade on the front, the power brim attachments on the walkers, the four-wheelers. I mean, there's a lot of people doing a lot of different stuff to make money moving snow, and that sounds like a good idea if that's working for you. So, it's a good way to make money, keep costs down. Okay, so Hazard, he's in Southwest Virginia. Winters may vary. Get a lot of snow one year, and the next, maybe not the next. Yeah, I mean Virginia. I mean, I used to live in Fairfax a long, long time ago with my father. So winters can be very. I mean, they're kind of like here. You just never know what you're going to get. Um, so I mean, it's a risk. If you're willing to take the risk and you're willing to invest in it, and it works out for you, I mean, I'm happy for you and hope it does. I'm just like I said, for me, I just want more of a guaranteed thing on that snow stuff. So, what's going on, Mr. Top Notch Lawn Care Paysgate up in Canada, Quebec? You get plenty of snow, dude. You should be doing snow removal all day up there. If you could be able to stay outside long enough to brave those cold temps up there. That's crazy cold up there, buddy. I'm hoping that you're staying warm and hoping that the snow kind of lets up on you guys up there in Canada. I don't know how you guys do it up there. There's no way I could do it. It'd be crazy cold, and not for me. So, hope you're doing well. So, glad you were able to catch the live video tonight. And then let's do some equipment talk on this live video too, guys. Let's get into some equipment. So, basically, you all know I'm running a walker and I have a Skag. When we're going into this next season, we're looking to buy another walker mower. With that being said, I run a lot of Husqvarna equipment, guys. You guys know that if you watch my videos for a while. But I'm thinking about making a switch from Husqvarna to another brand, just because I want to try something different, maybe to see what's better out there. I have tried some Echo stuff. I don't like Echo trimmers at all. I don't like the feel of them. I don't like how they feel in my hand. I don't like the weight of them. I don't like the distribution of the weight. That's just my personal preference as far as my opinion on the Echo trimmers. What I might do is I might go pick up a steel trimmer to run this next season to see how it feels. I might go maybe pick up another steel blower just to kind of compare that to the 580 BTS versus what they have, which I think is a BR700, which would be equivalent to the Husqvarna blower. But I might do that just to kind of see apples and oranges to compare, because that's all I've ever ran has been Husqvarna stuff, and on occasion the Echo stuff, but I've never tried any steel equipment. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing this next season, is trying out some steel stuff. I mean, there are a lot of people who run them. A lot of people love them. So I want to find out what this love's about too. So let's see, Steel FS11 or 111R is a great trimmer. Yeah, there's a lot of great steel items out there. So I want to go shop around and see what's out there. Let's see, are you interested in the new Primitive Walker mower? No, that thing would be basically a mower you would buy and stick in the garage. It's kind of like a classic hot rod. They're only making, I think, 500 of them, I think. So to go out and use it would be almost like abusing it, because that mower would be worth a lot more just sitting somewhere collecting dust, I think, over the years. That's at least the way I look at the commemorative Walker mower, the black one that they have coming out. It's a pretty mower, don't get me wrong, but it'd be like taking a show car and driving it every single day, and I wouldn't want to do that to a mower like that. It's a beautiful, beautiful mower, so I think that mower is going to collect a lot of value to it as time goes on that mower. I think it'll probably double in value probably in 10 years from what you buy it for this year. So, um, but but yeah, I mean the 580 BTS Husqvarna blower. That's something we're going to be doing a review on as soon as the temperatures warm back up. I can get out there and do a review on that and kind of show you how it works, the features of it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And like I said, that's the blower I'm currently using, but I think what we'll do is we'll probably go get a BR700 and compare it to the 580 BTS. I want to see the difference. So let's see, I run Red Max blowers and currently SRM 225, but trying out the Echo last season, I had to adjust a lot of things on it for comfort, but I worked out the kinks. Hands down, the best trimmer was my Red Max. Yeah, Red Max makes good trimmers too, from what I understand. I've just never had tried one of those either. I want to use the Stihl first, just because it's been a lot of rave reviews about them. I want to know what everybody's so happy about with those. So I'm curious. That's why I want to try the Stihl first before I go and do anything else with Red Max or anything else. Um, I just bought the BR700 Monday. Haven't had time to use it yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. That's what I hear. I mean, I've seen a lot of videos about people talking about it. Now, I will tell you, the Husqvarna 580 BTS is a good blower, but for 600 bucks, is it a good blower? I don't know. I need to compare it to something else and see, like I said, the difference between that one and another one. So, get the BR450C Stihl backpack. Love the electric start. That'd be a nice option, electric start blower, or yeah, that'd be cool. Like I said, I need to go shop around and check them out. I need to go to a Stihl dealership and see what they have, and kind of walk through there and take a look. Let's see, Toro mower, Toro trimmer, and Ryobi backpack blower. That gets the work done for you up there. That's awesome. Sounds like a good setup to me, man. I have thought about trying something new as well. Thinking about getting a Husqvarna 580 BTS. I love Stihl, and their prices are comparable. They are very comparable. That's why I want to compare that 580 BTS to a Stihl product to see which is better. I've done a lot of videos about Husqvarna equipment. I just wish Husqvarna would reach out more to the commercial people. I just feel like Husqvarna is so concerned about the homeowners versus a commercial guy. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, making some kind of change into another product, because I just don't feel like Husqvarna really supports.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Just had a message come through, so I apologize with the hand on the screen and everything, but I just don't feel like Husqvarna supports the commercial guys very well. That's just my opinion on that. So, and I don't see a lot of guys, commercial guys on YouTube, using too much Husqvarna stuff, especially like if they're using, black pack blowers and all their trimmers and everything, which I'm using on my setup. So let's see, perfect for leaf cleanups. Go to place in Andover where we bought ours there. Yeah, I know that dealership out where you're talking about. I'll have to go out there and check them out. I'm out there sometimes, and so I'll have to take a look and see what they got going on out there. No Mo Worries. I like that name. Let's see, the rest of my equipment's Stihl. I just go Stihl because I have a dealership within 7 miles of my house. Dealer support is what I go with, and when it's signed and brand. That's an important factor into it, is dealer support. Um, my Husqvarna dealer is also my Walker mower dealer. I bought one of my trimmers from and a backpack blower from, but I know there's a lot of Stihl dealerships here in Wichita, so it's not a problem with finding one. It's finding the one that's going to service you best, which is what you said in your comment. That's a good thing to point out, is what kind of dealer support are you going to get when you buy your equipment, how they're going to treat you. That's a good thing to point out there on that. So let's see. I had a Stihl blower, BG86 blower, and it got stolen on a job. That sucks, man. Anytime you get anything stolen off a job, that's no bueno, buddy. I feel for you. I feel your pain on that. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I've never had anything stolen yet. So we better knock on some kind of wood that doesn't happen, because that would be bad news. So let's see. Looking forward to seeing videos on the new Stand on Husqvarna released recently. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a big fan of their mowers. I haven't seen much content on YouTube about their mowers to have an opinion on a Husqvarna mower as far as the stand-ons or their zero turns, but they've got to be pretty decent from what I've understood. But like I said, I just need to see more content on them. So I've always used Red Max, but everybody loves Stihl. Husqvarna owns Red Max, they're similar. Yeah, I know that they're all together as far as one company now with Red Max and Husqvarna. So, um, and like I said, I mean, I'm just gonna try the Steel this coming up season. I'm gonna try something from Steel. I just want to compare whether it's a trimmer or a blower, something. I want to compare the two and just take a look at it. I'm looking to switch dealers here. I want to convert to Skag from Ferris. My current dealer doesn't have a give the solo to two-man crews the time of day. You need to find a new damn dealer then, because that's a bunch of crap. That sucks. I hear that. You know, and he said you could convert from to Skag from Ferris. So like you're running Ferris, but you're going to switch to Skag. It sounds like. Um, you know that's piss poor dealer support right there. If that's what they're doing to you, I would definitely switch immediately if it was me. If my dealer wasn't giving me the time of day, just because I'm a smaller company, because your dollars spend just as well as their dollars do. But you know, when it comes to push to shove, I mean, if I had to drive 40 miles to get my mower serviced by a better dealer, then I would do that if I love the mower that much. But I wouldn't give that dealer another damn dollar of yours if I were you. They need to understand that whether you're a one-man crew or a 10-man crew, you know, you should be treated just the same regardless. And that's just my personal opinion. Sucks to see you're getting screwed over on that. Where did I get my shirts made from? These were made by a local company. This is my pullover that I have on, guys. That was made by a local company. This is a little small town outside of Wichita that does my uniforms for me. I'm actually might be switching over to the same company that did my truck logo wrap. They do all that also. I might let them maybe do a couple hats and some stuff like that for me this next season. See their pricing on it, and you know, see the quality of the material and how it lasts over the season. But that's kind of who does my stuff. You know, the company I'm talking about maybe switching to is US Logo. That's the company I might be looking to go to. I love my Ferris, but the dealer. Well, my suggestion is if you love the Ferris mower, I mean, the only thing you can do is try and find a dealership that's within a certain driving distance from you. You're not afraid to drive to and give them your money and, you know, explain to them what's going on with your current dealer. And if I were you too, I would find whoever the regional manager is for that dealership for Ferris and contact that guy and let him know what's going on, because I don't think that Ferris is going to like that very much, hearing that come from a commercial guy. And they're not going to care if you're a solo guy or a two-man crew or three-man crew. If you contact that regional guy, he's going to contact that dealer, and they're going to work it out and figure out how that dealership can service the small guy better. That's something you might look into. I switched from Exmark to Ferris. I mean, a lot of people are going to Ferris. It looks like a good mower. I haven't been on one yet. I've seen a lot of videos of them. It looks like they mow good and they stripe good. But you know, I'm just a walker guy, guys, or a Skag guy. That's just what I prefer. You guys know that. That's my personal preference. But that's just me. But yeah, Murph, go find that regional guy for your area. If you can't find it, call or get in contact through Ferris's website and give them your info. So they might be able to help you out with that situation. I'm pretty sure. If it was me, I'd be pissed off, and that's what I would do. Let's see. Well, Dennis, it's been great. Glad to you're a part of the stream, but I'm fighting to stay awake. All right, Hazard, I appreciate you coming on to check the videos out. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for your support. And I'm going to probably wrap this video up here in just a minute, guys. We're approaching almost 34 minutes here, so I don't want to make it too long. But that's kind of the live stream, guys. I do enjoy doing the live streams now that they're working properly for me. We can actually cover a lot of topics in a short amount of time with these videos. Seems like a lot of you guys like these videos when I come on here and do these. So as always, guys, I appreciate all your guys' support. You know, leave a thumbs up if you guys like the stream. Like I said, as always, guys, I wouldn't be doing these videos without you guys. So thank you for everything you guys are doing and watching the channel. Be sure to leave your comments, any suggestions you guys want for videos and future videos. And I'll have more content coming for you guys very soon. So thanks a lot, guys, and thank you for watching the video.